Oh, what a day. Just a big ol' exhausting day. And compounding matters, I gotta review Zio episode 38 and Ryusoulger episode 12, so here we go. Alright, starting off with Zio, we're starting to wrap up we've officially wrapped up the Kabuto plot. Yeah, basically, yeah, the funny thing here, they were basically just trying to recreate the events of Godspeed Love. Yeah, yeah, because it turns out that the asteroid or meteor or whatever it is that's coming down to Earth, that's yeah about to go and just destroy everything. It turns out to also be infested with worms. And yeah, normally if it is infested with worms, you probably go and see a vet about that. But no, in this case, the plan that Waz and Soko come up with is that Soko uses the Forze armor to get himself and Waz inside there, and then then Waz goes and just blows everything up with Ginga's son. Yeah, with Waz Ginga finally sun form. Yeah, but unfortunately, Kageyama and Yaguruma are yeah, they're basically just nihilistic idiots, and well, they go and steal the Forze and Ginga ride watches, and then just bolt on out of it, just bolt on out of the fight before Kagami, Sogo, or Waz could interfere and stop them. And yeah, Kageyama. Hold on, which I always get the two mixed up. Hold on. All right, yeah. Yeah, Yaguruma knows fully well what the worm Kageyama is up to. Yeah, bringing down the meteor to, yeah, well, destroy the Earth. Yeah, but yeah, he doesn't exactly care since again they're both over the top parodies of nihilistic idiots, and well, they think the world is hell already. We're just gonna go and make it official, basically. Yeah, if the asteroid containing hundreds of if the asteroid that's basically the size of America isn't enough to do the job, then the hundreds of millions of worms inside of there, where they're gonna go and they're gonna finish it. So yeah, in order to prevent the events of Godspeed Love from happening, well, Sogo and Waz's priority should be to get those two ride watches back. But well, actually, make for some reason deviating from the Time Jackers' plans. Well, actually, I don't even know what they're doing at this point. Previously, yeah, with another blade and they basically, with another blade and another Agito, they seem to be trying to, well, basically create extinction level events here, and yeah, this would definitely seem to do the job, but for some reason, isn't up for that and uses his time chakra powers to steal it from the Hell Brothers. But before he can deliver it to Gates back to Sogo and Waz, Schwartz actually takes them so that he could give them to Tsukiyomi so that she could give it back. Why would he need to do that? And yeah, okay. Here's where Schwartz spending all this. He actually goes and follows Tsukiyomi and Tsukasa into to the he manages to figure out where they're heading off to. And yeah, Tsukasa actually takes Tsukiyomi back to the year 2058, and in order to basically show her childhood home. And yeah, the young Tsukiyomi instantly recognizes that the two are time traveling trespassers, and she uses the time chakra powers to basically freeze them, while her older brother, who yes is actually revealed to be the man in black, and yeah, it turns out her older brother is Schwartz. Dun dun dun. Yeah, she freezes them, and then Big Brother Schwartz goes and takes little Tsukiyomi, just go off to do something else, while President Schwartz goes and tosses Tsukasa out on his ass, out of their family house on his ass. And then he goes and gives Tsukiyomi the Forze and Ginga ride watches back. And yeah, and also tells her that those two aren't going to be enough to do it on their own. You need to go and stop that asteroid with your power. So yeah, the Time Jackers again are starting to show that they're really bad villains by empowering people that with the powers of Kamen Riders that are diametrically opposed to their plans. Yeah, the entire point of the Another Riders is to find somebody that could stand up to Omazio, or at least that's what we think. And now, ever since another ZO, it seems to be at some part they decide to go and implement, destroy the world schemes, or just rehashing the leftover scraps from previous Kamen Rider series, like again with the with the battle fight thing for Blade, and again they're trying to recreate the events of Godspeed Love with Kabuto. Okay, and that's not even the Time Jackers. That's all the Worm Yaguruma's plan. And Kageyama is just going along with it because, again, he just wants it. He just wants his, Seme wants his Uke back. Yaguruma knows full damn well that Kageyama is just using him. And when Gates confronts him about this, he said, well, hey, it's not like it's the first time I killed him. And back in the original Kabuto series, the original Kageyama was, he was turning into a native worm thanks to the events of, thanks to Mishima's plan, who was the final big bad of Kabuto. So, Kageyama killed him. So, he knows full damn well that worm is using him, like worms often do when they're impersonating people that, other people love. So, he just doesn't care. Like, okay, fine, he's an over the top parody of nihilism. I get it, but whatever. I'm really here I am questioning the motivations of a over the top parody of depressed idiots. Actually, no, bad choice of words. Just I don't even know what he's doing. Even the Joker would look at all this and just think it's just a very, very bad joke. Ugh. So yes, after all this nonsense, they finally we get to see Waz Ginga finally destroy the asteroid. Then Zeo Trinity finishes it off, and here's where we actually get to the decent part of this episode, where Kagami actually becomes the second Kamen Rider Kabuto. And it actually reminisces back to, in the first couple of episodes of Kabuto, where, he was trying desperately to get the Kabuto Zector to acknowledge him as Kabuto, but it got passed up for Soji, and he was basically, first he was stuck with the B, and then he became Katak. And he's actually come full circle, and is actually acknowledged by the Kabuto Zector, and thus Kagami has become the second Kabuto. Okay, good. Okay, guys, see? This is how you do a legacy handoff hero moment. This is basically the complete opposite of what happened during the Hibiki arc, where the powers were inherited by somebody who the fandom doesn't like, never deserved the power in the first place, and only became affiliated with said hero because of selfish personal reasons. Whereas Kagami, he's been trying ever since the show, ever since Kamen Rider Kabuto began to be acknowledged by the Kabuto Zector, has competed with Soji over that thing over and over and over again. And has actually earned the respect of the person whose powers he's inheriting from. And Soji isn't seen in this episode because, one, his actor is off running his own running his own talent agency, and two, last we heard of Soji, he was basically off. He was off becoming a chef in France. So the Kabuto Zector was basically freed up, and it was like, okay, dude, you finally went and found your cojones. Let's go and beat this faker to the ground. So after the asteroid was destroyed, the black materia is gone, and Kageyama Kageyama finally got his ass kicked. Wait, is it Kageyama? The fake Kageyama is finally destroyed. Yaguruma's another Kabuto Ride Watch is destroyed, and the Kabuto Zector turns into the Kabuto Ride Watch, which Kagami then hands off to Sogo and is like, dude, you might be even more deluded and have an even bigger superiority complex than Soji ever did. And trust me, that's saying something. Soji Tendo is the most pretentious, up his own ass protagonist in the history of Kamen Rider. Soji, I never liked Soji. Everybody loves to go dogpile on Tsukasa for being an obnoxious twit. And Tsukasa does have has his personality quirks, but Soji Tendo, ever since I saw the show, Soji Tendo is the most pretentious, obnoxious, godmodic Gary Stu protagonist I've ever seen in this franchise. And again, we're dealing with Sogo here, so Sogo at least is a doofy idiot. Tendo Tendo is a Gary Stew, and yeah, thankfully he's off in France, and hopefully when Zio is all over with, Kagami will still become the new Kabuto. And also, I think that the kick hopper powers are gone now because, well, yeah, during one of the previous fights, while Kagami was still Katak, he managed to, well, overpower kick hopper before he just bolted into another Kabuto. So, not sure if the kick hopper Zector is gone, or I don't know. Don't really care. Yep, there's two more ride watches to claim. And yes, we're about to go and jump first. We're about to go in. Yeah, it's the Den-O arc, which you would think that they would have already covered in Heisei Generations Forever, since Den-O, well, specifically another Den-O, played a prominent role in that movie. But no, apparently. No, now we're getting to the part where they create the Den-O Ride Watch. And one of my quirks with Heisei Generations Forever. Yeah, no, the Den-O armor should have been the movie exclusive armor introduced in that series. Well, okay, yeah. During the movie, they introduced the double ride armor, even though Double had literally nothing to do with the plot of said movie and was entirely focused on stuff from Den-O. Methinks someone screwed up, or someone, most likely Shirakura, really, really hates Den-O. So yeah, Double has basically been screwed over in this throughout all of ZO, not even getting anyone from the cast for a cameo. Ugh. So yeah, or they should have created the Den-O Ride Watch during the events of that movie, so we can focus on a Double arc, since But no, we got to give Double the exposure to Den-O because he was Toei's biggest cash cow at the time. And yeah, Den-O was my very first Kamen Rider series I finished, so. But yeah, Den-O has basically become the pyramid head of Kamen Rider. So overexposed, rehashed, and things that had nothing to do with him. And just, again, it's like, yeah, Pyramid Head, Batman, or Wolverine. Overexposure to the point of people just getting friggin' sick of him. But yeah, we're getting all the Taros again. There's another Den-O on the loose, and Zoronos and Deneb are back to go and try and stop Sogo from creating, basically just to try and prevent the Omazio timeline their way. Even though Gates himself is Sogo and Gates pretty much are trying to steer away from that course, since, the whole thing with, since at least as far back as, further back than another ZO, but. Oh yeah, and apparently, the timelines are still merging, since the conflicting histories between Kamen Rider Kabuto and basically that's what Tsukasa's up to, what Tsukasa and Schwartz are up to. They're basically just trying to resolve the improperly meshed timelines from Kuga through Kiva. The world's history is becoming unstable. And apparently the key to Schwartz achieving his new future is through Tsukiyomi, since apparently when Tsukiyomi reawakens her powers and memories and comes in contact with Omazio or something like that, apparently he's going to create a new future or something like. Again, the Time Jackers don't make any sense. Their motivations keep flipping forward, back and forth. And again, they keep empowering the absolute wrong people for their goals. They were on the right track with another ZO, and specifically, and possibly even the goddamn Kuroto when he became another O's. So they just hopefully we'll get some new information. But again, this whole series is just kind of a stitch together mess that does not hold up if you stop and think about it for more than a second. Part of the course. So yeah, now speaking of thinking, we move on to Ryusoulger episode 12, where we learned the origins of that Minosaur that Waizaru and Creon was created. The Minosaur was this time was created from one of Ui's classmates from high school, who was like a year lower than her, who wanted to become a movie director, but instead was, I'm guessing, pressured by his family or something into becoming a firefighter just like his dad. And, he wants to be a movie director, so the resentment from having to follow in his family's footsteps, they basically created the resentment for this Minosaur, The reason why Wiseru and Creon even chose him in the first place was because they figured that if they created a Minosaur from a firefighter, somebody who's used to dealing with intense flames, then it would be able to, basically be immune to Dino Volcano's flame attacks. Interesting, but they didn't exactly count on his personal hang-up. And yeah, which actually the reason why he has the illusion powers is because his host wanted to make movies. He projecting the steam and smoke from its body, and screens illusions on top of it, on top of the smoke, creating those realistic illusions. So, okay, that's kind of a stretch there, but whatever. Then again, we're talking about a show where some giant green slime toad girl thing you can just go and drip mucus into somebody's mouth and create a monster. So what do I know? Anyways, yeah, unimportant bit part of this episode. Tiramigo is jealous that everybody's been fawning over Demo Volcano showing up. And so during the fight against the grown Minosaur, he goes off on his own to try and fight it, and winds up attacking Triken and Anki-Rose, which further complicates his slump. There's not really a whole lot plot-wise in this episode. It's just Wiseru's big plan with this. He used the Minosaur to create a Rule 63 version of Demo Volcano and is like, hey, you like her? You think she's cute? Well, why don't you come join us and we'll give her a phone number, huh? That was seriously Wiseru's big plan. He's an idiot. In case you haven't noticed, Wiseru is kind of an idiot. Ugh. Yeah, just hurry up and kill this guy already so we can get a new Druidon general who's got a little bit more in his head than just a stupid top hat. A little bit more going on up there, please. I mean, we do get some teasing of that since Gaizorg has finally decided to show up at the very end of the episode. Apparently, Gaizorg was the one who awakened Demo Volcano Seal in the first place. And considering his armaments and he carries around a sword similar to the Ryusoulgers, I'm guessing that the armor has some sort of history with the Ryusoul tribe. And if it doesn't hint to, let me guess. Gaizorg's new host is Ryusoul Gold. I'm guessing. I mean, they've done this before. They've had Burai driven crazy by Burai just being crazy. Abare Killer was just again crazy all on his own, and we had Uchi being possessed by Do Gold. And if they're going with the cursed armor thing again, it's pretty obvious that Ryusoul Gold is being worn by Gaizorg. It's practically a trope at this point. Oh yeah, I remember with Abba Ranger where Asuka, aka Abba Black, was being worn by whatever Abba Ranger's the original version of Zeltrax was. You know what I'm talking about. So basically they defeat the Minosaur. We get Kishiryu Demo Volcano, and we got ourselves the mystery of how Demo Volcano Seal was broken in the first place. But again, if you've seen a dinosaur Sentai, you know what's going to happen a mile away. So, right, so pretty much nothing with Ryusoulger, and Zio continues to just wander around in a drunken stupor. Yep, sounds about accurate. See you next week, guys.